Hi guys, Darrel Smith again from South Dakota. I have a little short story I'm going to tell you today. But as a preamble to that, I'd like to say that I joined the Marine Corps when I was in college. I did two separate summers of training, Quantico, Virginia, and upon my graduation, I was awarded my gold bars as a second lieutenant. Well, I didn't know anything about the Marine Corps. All I had was boot camp, and I went directly into a Navy organization flight school, so I didn't know how the Marine Corps worked. I assumed, I think I assumed, I don't know if I put much thought into it at all, that when you were a Marine pilot, that was your job. You did, you flew. Well, that's not the way the Marine Corps works. When I got to my first squadron, I found out that every pilot had duties other than flying, and sometimes very complicated, hard duties. But mine initially weren't that hard. I was the coffee mess officer. I was in charge of making sure there was plenty of coffee to be brewed every morning, and I was in charge of the map room, so I had maps and equipment available for flight planning. The squadron had cups made, and I had to negotiate with the cup lady that made pottery with our squadron insignia on it. So you can see it wasn't a very important job in the beginning. Well, that changed, of course, and I was sent after my initial training, a couple of years. I was designated combat ready, uh, attack pilot, and I was sent to Vietnam into the war. I had several jobs over there. Once I was a classified materials officer, and I think I probably already told you this, but I found out that if you logged an item, a secret item, if you logged it, you could burn it. So the only rule was you got to log it before you burn it. Every day, classified material would come across my desk, but nobody ever, I don't remember one person ever coming into my office and reading any classified material. Anyway, later on, I changed squadrons, and so they assigned me to a different job. I was the briefing officer, and my job was I always got up before daylight and got to my office, and there were classified documents that came over a machine, some sort of a teletype, and I would arrange and select that material so that as the flights came in each day, each hour, whatever, when they were scheduled to fly, they would sit down and I would tell them the information that I had received on those secret messages. Hopefully that information gave them some idea as to what they could expect at when they made their attack. They always sat quietly, took notes, and I don't know how how true or accurate the information was that I gave them, and I told them that. And nobody ever complained, and they always took the information and trudged it away and went on their flight. These were brave guys. They flew every day. There was a chance of them not coming back from these flights. They didn't show it at all. They just flew as if it was a normal job. Well, one morning, early on, there was a secret message that came across that stated, the title of it was "For What It's Worth." And the message said that there was two F-4s flying westbound at about 4,000 feet between my base Chulai and Da Nang Air Base, and they were flying, I said, westbound. And the F4, they were in F4s, and the F4 is a two-person plane. There's a pilot in the front seat, and then there's a bomb or weapons officer in the back seat. Well, as they're flying along at 4,000 feet, off to their left was a saucer-shaped object, aircraft, and it appeared to have portholes, and it appeared to have antenna or something trailing behind it. The leader of the flight made several turns, and the object, flying saucer, whatever, turned with him easily. After a few minutes, this object accelerated and disappeared into the distance. And that's kind of the end of the message, and it had been entitled For What It's Worth. Is and was there some sort of supernatural or some other country's aircraft? Nobody knows, and we'll never know. But is it possible that we're getting extraterrestrial aircraft even back then, 50 years ago? That's my story. Thank you very much.